Some guest teacher today, Josh. Do you guys know Josh?
You know.
Yay. Okay. So he's going to be working on helping you guys set up your bios in Command, your profile, online presence, email signature, stuff like that. I want to get some housekeeping stuff done as well. And then we are going to run a few other things. Anybody want to kick us off with bucket fills and wins other than we're alive? Like that's a win.
Yeah, but I have my big one. So you probably know, but I did a fundraiser for December 30th for the San Pete Pantry. And we actually raised over $4,200 for them and had somewhere between 75 and 100 people at our event. It was really cool. And yeah.
And if you guys don't follow her on social media, I'm sorry I told you guys that you had to make posts and then share them in the group before you guys could follow each other, but we all should start following each other. Tell April she was right. I'm recording that. April, you were right. But what the win for you guys that I want you guys to learn from that is if you go to Renelle's page, you can see what the actual win was she got the community involved. They did a adult only dance for New Year's Eve, but she went to each of the different businesses in the area and she asked them to donate a gift certificate for a raffle or a drawing or something there. She got contact information of the business owner, the people who are there. They go into her database. She featured them on social media. She becomes a community expert. She's got the mayor there. She's got the people there. So realizing if you don't have a database, go build one. That's what I need you guys to hear from that is like, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know anyone. You didn't know anyone. You walk into the grocery store and say, hey, will you help me? I'm raising money for the food pantry. We'd love to feature you on our social media. Like, what a cool opportunity. I want you guys to start to hear different things that you go, oh, maybe I could do that, or maybe I could do it a different way.
I was just going to say, we actually made the front page of one of the papers, the local papers, and they're coming today when we actually present the check to them to do pictures, and they'll do a write-up in both papers that are down there.
But right?
It has my logo on the check. And it has KW.
It's just so cool though. Like realize that it doesn't have to be one way, right? You guys just have to find new ways to work the models and the systems that are in the MREA, right? So if it is build a database, feed the database, systematically communicate to the database, it's all going to be the database. And if you don't have a database, you go, okay, well, how am I going to build a database? Where can I go? Can I do something like that? Maybe I like open houses. Maybe I hate them. It doesn't matter. Like figure out what your stream is going to be. Good win, good bucket fill. I also am just going to bucket fill that we have 2 book clubs going on right now. I think it's awesome, you guys.
Next week, last one.
Last one is, and so which means there's also an opportunity if there's other people who have not read it, start another book club because there's other people who need to read it. So, well, that one's the MREA on Thursday morning at 8:30. The one thing is on Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock. So my one quote from MREA today is, when you get down to it, your millionaire real estate agent business will ultimately be a reflection of you. It is, if it's to change, improve, grow, you have to too. In fact, your growth will actually come before the growth of your business. Your ability and willingness to work on yourself will in large part determine how far you and your business will go. The high achievers, we've all worked with, all the high achievers we worked with and interviewed dedicated significant money and time towards personal development. In fact, many personal development being their very best is actually their big why. Self-improvement is a high priority and it tracks right along with all of their other goals. Dave's not here today, but he asked me, this is an old book. Is it still relevant? And I was like, oh my gosh, it is so relevant. It's such a good book.
Did you say every
Thursday at 8:30?
Yes, next Thursday, they're going to finish the book.
I would got that far, so I could.
Still go, or you run a new book club. Because when you run a book club, there's accountability on it and you have to be the one to read. Well, and it's not a bad idea. What we were just talking, like the coaching program that I was in with the leadership, they had us read 2 books a week.
Yeah.
It was,
That's exactly why I'm like, you know,
I was 100 books if you could keep up with it, but that's a lot. It's more than I can do right now. Okay. So a couple other things. So if you guys don't know, Dave or Evan, Erica, Dallin, those are new agents. Keep an eye out for them. You had to win.
We closed on I closed my first commercial lease. So there you go. And my last commercial lease.
No, you have 2 more you're supposed to open up this year for your goals you told us last week. Fair.
it's different. Yeah, it's different. Okay.
It's not your one thing. No. Residential resale. Any other wins we want to hit?
I went under contract on my first listing.
Yeah. Well, under contract, that's huge. So fun. Good. Well, that was a win too. We were just saying the basement house closed and my Hard Lehigh house is going to close soon this week. Renell did do an open house there with those buyers.
Oh, good.
The ones that were the open house. Yeah. Oh my gosh, we've been back. We've been on a journey together. Their agent has been great. And I think she's interviewing at KW. She's been fantastic to work with. She's been so good. She's so good. Me too. I'm so excited.
I thought that they would put in an offer.
So this is perfect because that's our new under contracts on our closings that we wanted to hit. Good job, guys. All right. So do you know what's interesting is this word crushers has come across my plate in the last 48 hours, probably 12 times. It's so weird. So my coach that I hired, she's a PC coach. So she coaches PCs or productivity coaches. So she invited me to her group called Goal Crushers, but then all of it isn't it weird how one touches another, and this word just keeps coming up? I've had 3 people today use the word crush. It's so weird. So it got put on our schedule. So this is our new schedule for 2024 that you guys will want to pay attention to. Every morning we're going to have a Zoom for Power Up is basically what it's called. So 8 to 8:15, you can hop on that Zoom. That's where we're going to go over a little bit of mindset. We'll talk about whatever your most important work is to move your business forward. And if you guys are struggling with anything in particular, challenges with scripting or other challenges that you're moving your business forward on. And honestly, that is what will move your business forward faster. If you can get up, get there and be there. It's on Zoom, so you can hop on. I don't care if you're getting out of the shower, like just don't turn your camera on. Okay. But get there and that should make a difference. It'll also start your day off early. And it's the time that I can be consistent and we can do every single day. So jump in, get some mindset, get some script and get moving forward. Tuesdays, we have our KW Westfield team meetings. Thursdays, we've got our team meeting here. It'll be from 9 to 11. And I'm still doing office hours Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 to 3:30. Hunter has specific office hours for our team, Thursdays at 11. So he'll still be doing command basics on Wednesday and Friday at 9. But then if you have bigger stuff that you need to work on, then you're going to do that on Thursdays. Jeanette's office hours are Thursday at 1. And then you guys saw all of the Ignite trainings going on. Ignite starts on Friday. It'll start this Friday at 9:30. Dan Kennedy is kicking it off. He was one of my favorite first Ignite instructors ever. And it's because he's totally different from me. And I just loved watching him and that we were so different. And I love seeing all the different styles of people. Really, really cool. And
That's
Friday at 9:30. And then we are back on track. Like it should be, yes. 9:30. If they end early, you guys should just start your calls and prospecting at the end of the day. So yes. Yep. And then as well, I've talked with Molly. She is working directly with the MLS. They're going to come here for some classes and be on site here for us in January and February for searches, CMAs, listing alerts, all that kind of stuff. So keep a close eye on the training calendar for that. Well, hello, welcome. So fun. All right. So, but plan accordingly for that. If you guys need help getting the calendars attached to your Google Calendar, that's something Hunter can help you with. He'll be available at 11 o'clock. So, Now, if you guys need a place to track your activities, you can. You're welcome to use this form. At the end of the day, it's your business. You guys have to know your numbers and you need to be tracking them. If you want to move your business forward, it's just going to start with the activities that are going to help move you forward. And when we meet Thursdays and one-on-one, I am just going to ask you, what did you do to move your business forward? And if you aren't tracking those numbers on your own and you're not doing the activities and you haven't kept your commitment, there's not really anything more we need to meet about. Like, go do those things.
Can I add something to this?
Yes.
The best place to track your activity is in Command.
Yes.
So this is great, except for it's not a good long-term solution. So Command is a long-term solution because in Command, every time you go into a contact, you can put what you did with that contact. So you're going to go into Command, look up your contacts, call them anyway. So just put your tracking information in there. I texted this person, I invited them to the event, whatever it is. I can show you that later today.
And those are actually attached to your goals as well. So I
Yes,
just set my
exactly.
goals for 2024 for what inside Command, and it'll track that as well. It's
Yeah.
really kind of cool.
Yep.
I feel like Josh should come back and do a class on that. He's like,
Well, there's not much
it's
to
actually
do with
not that hard. It
It's really
literally
not.
took me 30
It
seconds to
takes
set my
5
goals in
minutes to do
Command.
that today.
I love it. Good plan. Good plan. Okay.
Good, I just-
So, a couple other things here. So you guys probably saw this announcement. I'm sure people in your life are like, oh, so do you like real estate? I was thinking about getting into real estate. Invite them Wednesday night. However, this is another thing that I don't think is, I haven't advertised properly. Wednesday nights, the second Wednesday of every month, we're doing a power hour here after that. So Aries is sponsoring it. They're going to have prizes. We're going to have games, and I'll actually have text messages, phone calls, things you guys can send out to your people. So we're just coming here to prospect. So we'll have some stuff like buyer bingo. Yes. So excuse me, from 5:30 to 6, they do career night. At 6 o'clock, we're just going to do kind of a mix and mingle or whatever. They'll have appetizers, they'll have some food. You can meet anybody who's in the, some people are in K-score right now. They're like in the,
Yeah, the class, they're trying to get their license.
yes, the scholarship program.
Yeah, like one of the.
So all the people in the scholarship program are invited that night as well, just to get to meet each other and start to feel like they have a community. But I wanted to have one night a month that we got together, especially for people who are dual career, that they have a place that we're coming here and getting together and getting to work. Now, this week is going to be when we launch. I'll have
After the retreat, that's what I'm trying to say. So the whole entire thing is just 5:30 to 6:30?
it's the meet and greet, and then 6:30 to 7 is going to be power hour.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, 6:30 to 7:30. That's an hour, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I feel like we'll do prizes and stuff after 7:30. So plan to stay till 8, but I think 7:30, 7:40 is about as long as you should call people. 8 o'clock's a little late. Like I start to, especially when it's dark outside. If it's summer, it doesn't feel so bad, but I think you should stop your dials probably at 7:30, 8 o'clock. So we're planning for 1 hour there, just doing prospecting together. That's also where I will have links for you guys. This week, we are going to host 2 classes that you guys can invite your database to. We're going to be doing a buyer class, and you can invite it. You can change your words for how you invite people. You can invite a first-time buyer, or you can invite somebody who already owns. And we'll talk about how to transition in this market. If you're thinking about selling and buying at the same time, or considering renting your house and buying. So you might change the messaging depending on who you're inviting, but we will do a buyer class this quarter, and we are going to do an investor class this quarter, learning the basics of real estate investing. So we'll have links and everything set up for you guys that night that you can start making calls and inviting people to those 2 classes. So what Ritz is going to do is he'll have something similar to like this, or something that looks like KW, but you will put your face on it. It will be your buyer class with KW, and everybody can put their own headshot on it. So you can advertise it as if it's your class. Does that sound good? Worth coming? Okay.
That's for this, the 10th of January.
Yes, the 10th of January, you'll come. We'll have all of the stuff available for you guys to prospect that night with it, and then you'll be able to use it moving forward.
So if you're bringing
I don't know if they want to stay or not, but I felt like it's valuable for them to see what life really looks like. Like, yeah, call people. You have to do the work if you're going to move your business forward, whether you call them, whether you do it on social media, whether you text them. But that night, we'll have the opportunity that everybody's in it. And so that'll be the second Wednesday of every month that we'll host that here. And then we will have, for people who set appointments or for, highest number of contacts, things like that, then Jake is bringing gift cards and stuff like that. So he'll have prizes. It'll be fun. All right. Any questions on that one? Who's coming? Do we guys have recommendations for what he should bring for food? Should we do I was deciding, should he bring something like Chick-fil-A or should he bring something like a little taco bar? Should he bring, what kind of stuff what are we looking for? He's always looking for, think about it. Jake's our guy. Which, by the way, I don't know if you guys have worked with him, but I just referred him to my best friend, her boyfriend. And he put together all of the loan information for him and did it in a video, kind of like a Loom, walked him through all of the prices and copied me on it. Freaking phenomenal. And he was really easygoing in it. It was because my buyer's a little bit rough around the edges and might not want, he was professional, but he wasn't staunchy at all. He was just super relatable in the video. And my guy last night is like, hey, I got to go buy a house. I have my pre-approval letter. It's amazing if you can leverage the lender to do the work for you. And then you keep lead generating. When they're ready, then you're going to be able to go put people under contract. They're aching to go make offers. So now that I've gone through the process with Jake, I liked Jake before, I am happy to refer Jake now because I know what he's doing with my people. That's the way I want him to do business with me. And so on the screen, it had all the different options that he had, how much down payment, what it would change on his payments, other things like that. It was so cool. So cool. This is a 2-day event you guys can sign up for I feel like Ritz is the one that should talk about what these ones are. Intro to NLP, Thank you for helping me get the words out. It would probably serve me to work on it. I've actually been doing a little bit of studying on it. Yes. Uh-huh. I probably won't be here on Valentine's Day night. Let me ask Susie. She may push it to the 13th, Tuesday instead of Wednesday. I asked her to push it to Wednesdays for me. Sounds silly. It's emotionally for me easier for me to work Wednesdays. I've always worked Wednesday night and Saturday morning. That's when my business and my calendar is. And so I was like, I work Wednesday nights. Can we just do it Wednesday nights? So we'll probably push it to the 13th. Thanks for the heads up. You guys plan on it. The 13th seems reasonable though. There'd be no reason we wouldn't do it the 13th. I feel like that's good. Okay. All right, you guys, I have one quick thought. Has anyone watched this video before? I love this video, but I feel like it is a worthwhile 10 minutes. And I feel like I'm just going to ask your guys' feedback when we get done. Josh, thanks for coming along on the ride. Have you watched this video before? Lucas, how many times have you watched this? He was given a mission to watch it every single day and text me after he got done. So I think probably 2 weeks worth at least. Good. So get your notebook out or a place you can take notes. We're going to get a little bit of feedback on this. I want to make sure the sound is on though.
%99 of people are not willing to do what it takes to make their dreams come true. The Marines have a saying, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. The center of bringing any dream into fruition is self-discipline. Something as simple as food and eating is not about your body as much as it is about your mind. It's getting command of your mind to be able to choose actions that are in your own best interest. Every day we are choosing shit that's not in our own best interest. So if the world is attacking you and the world wants to fight you and the world's trying to hold you down, so you're gonna kick yourself in the balls? So you're gonna stop yourself from getting what you dream? And I think the word discipline has kind of gotten a bad name. We think about it in terms of punishment. I'm not talking about discipline in that way. I'm talking about discipline in the sense that you forego immediate pleasure for the exchange of long-term self-respect. I believe that self-discipline is the definition of self-love. That when you say that you love yourself, that means that you have behavior towards yourself that is loving. Self-discipline is the center of all material success. You cannot win the war against the world if you can't win the war against your own mind. Self-love is when you say to yourself, ah, man, look, I know you and that girl got a real connection. I know y'all vibe, but that's your girl's cousin. So I love you too much to let you do that. It's like you say to yourself, hey, man, look, I know you want to eat that pizza and it'll be really good, you know, but I can't let you eat that, man, because if you eat that pizza, you're going to feel like, you know, and I love you too much to let you eat that. Self-love is, hey, look, I know you got a test on Monday, you know, and I know you really want to go out with your friends and Saturday night you want to go out, but if you fail that test, you're not going to feel good about yourself. You know, I love you too much to let you go out tonight. Self-discipline is self-love. If you want to be happy, you have to love yourself, which means you have to discipline your behavior. The road to sustained happiness is through disciplining your behavior. We tend to base our self-esteem on what other people think. And that's not really self-esteem. Self-esteem is supposed to be how we feel about ourselves. And I was just saying how dangerous it is to allow other people to determine how you're going to feel about you. And it's kind of like looking into a broken mirror. You're going to look in a broken mirror and then change your face to try to look good in this defiled, busted, broken mirror. And it just, other people's opinions is a really way to determine how we feel about ourselves. Don't matter whose fault it is that something is broken, if it's your responsibility to fix it. For example, it's not somebody's fault if their father was an abusive alcoholic, but it's for damn sure their responsibility to figure out how they're going to deal with those traumas and try to make a life out of it. It's not your fault if your partner cheated and ruined your marriage, but it is for damn sure your responsibility to figure out how to take that pain and how to overcome that and build a happy life for yourself. Fault and responsibility do not go together. It sucks, but they don't. When something is somebody's fault, we want them to suffer. We want them punished. We want them to pay. We want it to be their responsibility to fix it, but that's not how it works, especially when it's your heart. Your heart, your life, your happiness is your responsibility and your responsibility alone. As long as we're pointing the finger and stuck in whose fault something is we're jammed and trapped into victim mode. When you're in victim mode, you're stuck in suffering. The road to power is in taking responsibility. Your heart, your life, your happiness is your responsibility and your responsibility alone. You can make a person smile, you can make a person feel good, you can make a person laugh, but whether or not a person is happy is deeply and totally and utterly out of your control. The prerequisite for spending time with any person is that they nourish and inspire you. They feed your flame. Look at your last 5 text messages. Are those people feeding your flames or dousing your fire? Put your phone down for just a second and look around. Look to the people around you. Are those people throwing logs on your fire or are they pissing on it? I want my life, I want my work, my family, I want it to mean something. And it's like it has, if you are not making someone else's life better, then you're wasting your time. The separation of talent and skill is one of the greatest misunderstood concepts for people who are trying to excel, who have dreams that want to do things. Talent you have naturally. Skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft. You don't try to build a wall. You don't set out to build a wall. You don't say, I'm going to build the biggest, baddest, greatest wall that's ever been built. You don't start there. You say, I'm going to lay this brick as perfectly as a brick can be laid. There will not be one brick on the face of the earth that's going to be laid better than this brick that I'm going to lay in this next 10 minutes. Yeah. And you do that every single day. And soon you have a wall. And soon you have a wall. Yeah. And I think psychologically, the advantage that gives me over a lot of people that I'm have been in competition with in different situations is it's difficult to take the first step when you look how big the task is. The definition of who I am is very clear to me, and it also redefines who I want to be, in that I know for a fact that I'm stronger than I thought I was. You know, you can't help but ask yourself the question, what would I do if I was in Muhammad Ali's shoes? I'm motivated by fear. I hate being scared to do something. And I think what developed in my early days was the attitude that I started attacking things that I was scared of. Why were you scared in your bed the night before? What do you need that fear for? Just don't go. Why are you scared in your bed 16 hours before you jump? Why are you scared in the car? Why could you not enjoy breakfast? Fear is fear of what? You're nowhere even near the airplane. Everything's up to the stepping out. There's actually no reason to be scared. It only just ruins your day. You don't have to jump. And then in that moment, all of a sudden, where you should be terrified is the most blissful experience of your life. And God placed the best things in life on the other side of terror.
You're feeling what? I don't either, but I want you to stop for just a minute and think, is there ever a chance, or does anybody else have that anxiety when they go to pick up the phone? And why are you scared about making your calls tomorrow? Why are you letting that fear affect you today before you pick up that phone? It just ruins your day. And God places, and the moment you're supposed to be the scaredest, the moment that you're on the phone with your client and you're actually making the call, is actually the moment of bliss that you'll experience that you were so scared of. But if you just step into that moment and you make that phone call, the best things in life are going to be on the other side of that. So I agree. I don't want to jump out of an airplane. My dad was a paratrooper, Green Beret, Special Forces, went into the Philippines, went into a lot of crazy different places. I don't want to do that. I have no desire. I'm good. But one of my gifts is that I actually can take what I hear and think about, how does that actually apply to my life? When is that moment that I feel it? I have the same anxiety when I pick up the phone, you guys. You just have to realize you've just got to get to the other side. And then you're like, whoo, I just set up a buyer consult. Oh yeah, that felt so good, right? Like that like feeling that. That's why I even listen to that all the time, because I need reminded how I want to live my life. I want my life to matter. Those are my ahas. What ahas do you guys want to share?
Send that link.
Yes, we will send that link.
I don't know if it was an aha, but it made me stop and think. He said self-discipline is the basis of material success. So then I started thinking about what are all the other successes. So
Totally different perspective. I love it.
I think it's the basis of every kind of success, because, same thing, whether it's physical success or whatever, yeah, you have to be disciplined. Yep. You have to take the steps every single day.
Love it. Any other highlights?
I liked how he talks about discipline not being like a negative thing. Like it's not the kind of like bad discipline, you discipline your kids or whatever. Like you're doing it so you can like respect yourself. Like you're doing it for you. Yeah. I loved that it was like you're disciplining yourself because you love yourself. Like, yeah, that was
in front of the fridge and you're like, I love you too much to eat that little
I
piece
know.
of pizza in
I
the
feel
box.
inspired.
Yeah, that's great. Any other pieces that you take?
Recently I've been relating a lot to the brick wall and with the MREA, because the MREA teaches you a lot about having lead genes and focusing on those. And with the brick wall, it explains to you that you have to focus on each brick. So if you focus on each of those strictly, you're going to start improving a lot. And so sooner or later, you're going to have a lot of different sources of lead gen, and it can be really good sources, not just kind of good, because you actually focused on putting those brick walls in. So
I think that's huge on even practicing of thinking about not just putting bricks in, but I just have to lay one really, really good. So if you think about your lead gen, we talk about having 4 lead gen sources. Start with one and go, I'm going to master this one. I'm going to master my phone call. I'm going to master trying to set that appointment for a buyer or a seller. And then I'm going to master that next step. I'm going to master one piece at a time.
And I've heard it a lot and even taught it, but somehow it just clicked so really good as a reminder in what he's talking about. Our self-worth is just, everybody has worth, right? But it is our skill set. It's what we do with moving forward that is attached to our self-esteem, and I think that's just so important, because I think it's too easy sometimes. Oh, I messed up. I did this, I did that. And separating those, I think, is critically important. It's like, okay, so I have a skill weakness that has nothing to do. I mean, obviously, sometimes we have character flaws that we have to change, but still, skill set is just, you can see it as, oh, I'm weak in this skill area, and I think that's helpful because it allows you to still stay in a positive viewpoint of yourself.
And I think in this business, you have to be careful because we see what everybody else is doing. and realizing you just have to do you. You have to show up and do your part every time and not get worried about somebody else who went under contract or somebody else who just closed or somebody else who's doing that. Because we start to see all of that and we start to go, wait a second, am I comparing to them? Don't. Just put your head down and work on the skill set and keep laying each brick. Awesome. Any other insights? Do you want to share any insights? So fun. I'm so glad you made it. All right, then we are off to the rest of the day, you guys. And thank you, Mr. Josh, for letting us work our way through that. I feel like that was worthwhile. As a reminder today, you guys, I did confirm that Jeanette is planning to have office hours today. So if you have questions about case studies, you can connect with her. I think she's going to be in her office, but we'll always have the Zoom link open, kind of like we do for office hours for me. So you can hop on anywhere and just catch on office hours and ask there on Zoom. If you prefer to be in person, she's typically here Thursdays at 1 o'clock as well. Deal? All right, you guys. Now the time is yours. And will you help me make sure we log out of my stuff? Can I log out of my stuff right now or not really? How?
My screen.
Hey, the last time. Sorry.
So I just kicked you out of sharing yours.
Okay.
Oh wait, actually, I don't know what the thing came out of your stuff. You want to log out first?
Yeah. Last time I came down, it's still on. Is it this one here that I log out of?
Click on your no, go down.
Down
to the
here.
right. Yep, that one. Click on that picture. I know.
And then that signs me out up here as well.
Everything on Google is now out. Yeah. So if you refresh any of those pages, they'll all be logged out.
I like it. I think that's maybe I logged out of the top one before. And then, so if I refresh the page.
So it says you're signed out. You can't refresh it.
Perfect. I love. Technology is my superpower. You're the best.
Your superpower.
Yes.
Does this even work? Test. Can you guys kind of hear me?
Yeah.
And
if I
double
say like
check,
this, is
are
this-
you on,
Yes.
This is enough?
are you sharing on Zoom? Are we on Zoom?
I'm not sharing yet. Yeah. So you good on your end? Can I share?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. I'm going to share my super messy screen because I am extremely prepared for this class and definitely have slides.
Connor, can you confirm that you can see Josh's screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Perfect. Thanks,
Sweet.
guys.
Okay. So like I said, well, actually, before I go into anything, I'm Josh. Hi, everybody. I've been an agent for 5 years. And one note on Angie. Isn't Angie amazing? Isn't she like so great? Yeah. So I have been here for 5 years. I've been licensed for 5 years. And I have seen how many PC coaches in my time here? Let's say 5-ish, maybe. And Angie is by far in the top 2. The only reason why I say in the top 2 is because Shoni was the other one, and Shoni is exceptional, right? Shoni's the team leader. Before he was team leader, he was PC coach. So maybe that's your future, Angie. Yeah, so Shoni's organized, he's on the ball. Angie is also organized, but she's more passionate than Shoni is. And I love that. Like, bring in the fire, bring in the, like, let's do this kind of energy, right? So it's awesome. So you guys should be really grateful because we have had some exceptionally terrible PC coaches in our history. And this is a good time to come in. I mean it. Like, this is a great time to come in because we're good to go. We have a program, we have a plan, and she is really like on fire with what she's doing. So I'm Josh. My background is marketing. I have a degree from BYU. I work for Peter Morkel. I'm his partner. We run the Peter Morkel Real Estate Group. If you guys have ever heard of us, probably not. We're kind of insignificant. Just kidding. We're not insignificant, but we love it. And I have my previous to joining Peter's team and being with him, I was the director of agent services for a while. So prior to Hunter, of agent services. So prior to Hunter, all that. When Command first came out, Novali called me and said, "Hey, you're probably the only one that actually knows how to use Command. Can I hire you?" kind of thing. And it was fun. It was horrible because Command was awful. And so it's another blessing that you guys should feel right now is that Command 3 years ago was atrocious and I had to sell it and it was really hard. But Command now is like 500,000 times better. It's like a significantly large number. So I'm really excited to show you some of the tools that they have now. I'm trying to get rid of this participants window and I don't even know how it's there. Oh, you have to click it. Yeah, can you minus that? Sweet. Okay. Oh, did we lose my share? Click on Zoom again on the bottom. Okay. Okay, so let's dive into a couple things really quick. So we talked about goals briefly. I'm just going to show you where to do that. I'm not going to walk through it because it's pretty self-explanatory, but if you click on reports in Command, right here, this little module is what they call them, and then you go to goals, this button right here is your best friend, goal settings. This is literally a walkthrough of setting up your goals for next year. Okay, any questions about that? Super basic, super, okay, you're welcome. So that will set up your goals. The other thing I talked about is tracking your activities. So if you are going through your people, like we list A's and B's and C's for how we tag as a team. So let's say I go into Aaron Vivian's account. I don't have any contact information from, this is Peter's account, so I don't know actually who these people are. So let's say Alicia Neely, she's a B. We don't have any contact information for her either. This is going really well. There we go. So Eileen, we're talking about Eileen McIntosh. I'm calling her right here, this little magic button right here, add activity. This is going to become your best friend. So you're going through, you're pounding through, you're making your calls, you're tracking everything you do right here. Oh, I called this person. This is what we talked about. I texted them. I invited them to the event. Here's an interesting note. She texted me today. I sent her a mailer. Whatever you're doing, you are keeping track of it in your notes in Command. Yes.
I was just gonna say, in case you didn't know, okay, if you do it from your KW Command app,
Yep.
it'll actually ask you at the end of the phone call if you want to add it. Just
Perfect.
FYI.
Awesome. Even better.
Yep.
Yep. So add activity, add note, add calendar event. And then when it comes to actually tracking specific numbers like appointments, that's where opportunities come in. Right? Have you guys had any lessons on opportunities?
This month on tracking options for the pipeline.
Sweet. So 5-second description. Opportunities is your pipeline. So it's showing who you're working with, who you actually are meeting with, who you're actively working with in the sense of like, this is a client, who's under contract, and who is closed. So if, yes. Yep. So in here, I'm going to keep track of who I'm scheduling appointments with, who I've scheduled appointments with, and who have actually kept those appointments. Does that make sense? The difference between the two. And basically what you do is when you're in your contact card, so we'll go back to our best friend, Eileen. Opportunity. I can create an opportunity for Eileen and I can say, okay, I just called Eileen. So I added an activity. She wants to meet up. Perfect. So I have an opportunity type. She's a buyer in this scenario. Where is it? Oh, here it is. The opportunity phase is appointments and I am scheduled. I have scheduled an appointment with her and this is where we're at. Okay, so let's say I hit create on this. Oh, we'll assume a 3% commission. Let's say I create that opportunity and I go back into my opportunities. I know I'm going so fast through this, but I just want to give you an overview for when you inevitably go through this. There she is right there. So let's say, okay, now I know I've got an appointment scheduled with Eileen. She keeps her appointment. I can just drag and drop her here. And then as I'm working with her, I can drag and drop her into each phase of whatever we're working on currently. Does that make sense?
Better underneath, like cultivate, active underneath. So you move them through the phases. So like it actually is pretty fun. And if you guys are doing on your case studies, are you guys doing them inside Command? Case studies, no. All case studies are. Well, the last one has to be in Command. Okay. I was thinking number 3 was.
Yeah, I think it's fine to not do case studies because the purpose of case studies is the paperwork. It's not the command side of it. So that's, I kind of like feel torn on that.
They switched it from doing it.
Okay. We'll follow.
But yeah, so like this,
So I'm sure there's somebody.
yeah. Yeah, so use opportunities, use activities, like Command's meant to be your hub where you control all of this, everything that's going on in your business. Okay, any questions about that before I move on to other things? Feel good? This is our agenda right here. Let's get rid of that. This is our agenda. So we're going to talk about a couple things. The very first thing I'm actually going to go over is Canva. When you do marketing in your lifetime, you're going to have to put your profile picture in multiple places, and every place is going to have an opinion of how big that picture should be, or what shape it should be in, or whatever it might be. Not from Command. So you can use Command too. You can use Brand Me, which is the designs portion of Command. I'm horrible for not teaching that, but I use Canva because it's a little bit more fluid for me. And it is free. Yep. So is Command, and Command is actually in here. But a lot of those places that you're going to go in, you're going to have to download it into your computer anyway, and then upload it into that program because Command's only linked to Command things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I just didn't sweep it out.
Oh yeah, I'm just going back and forth between these tabs. So we're in Canva. Pretty much anytime you create a design, you go to a custom size, you create whatever pixels it requires. So let me give you an example. So you go into Canva, into Command, you're going into your settings, and we're going into connect settings and marketing profile. In your marketing profile, we'll come back here in just a second, but this is where you're going to load everything. But usually it will tell you somewhere 360. Do you see that right here? Let me get out of here. Go away. 360 by 360 pixels. It will tell you a size that it prefers. Does that make sense? And your life is going to be so much easier, and your stuff is going to look so much cleaner if you use the size that whatever thing is asking you tells you to do. Does that make sense? Like if you're going to put a 500 by 200 profile picture into Command, it's going to look funky. The top of your head's going to be cut off, whatever it might be, right? So I would do all of your pictures in Canva or in Brand Me through Command, or designs in Command, and go from there. Does that make sense? Does that feel? Yeah, so I can pull it up into Canva. I can do a custom size right here. So again, I just click create a design, custom size, and then I'll do 360 by 360 pixels. Create new design. And then this is exactly the size that Command wants me to use. For everything, for the logo, for the profile picture, everything in Command wants this size. So now I can just put them in here. So I can go to uploads, and I can. Oh, great.
So do you have one available that you can do follow along and do what he's doing?
Yeah, so you guys can do this at the same time. I'll slow down. Okay, I'll slow down.
Don't have to file picture on Command. You guys, I look for referrals and I seek referrals on Command, and I will never call someone who does not have a profile picture.
Yep.
Okay,
Ever.
so-
Doesn't matter how many houses.
It doesn't have to be the one you want.
No, just use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like you need it to be good.
Promise you guys want to work with it, but use a picture to work with.
Yep. You need it to be good, and by good I mean high resolution and bright. Something that is not like you against a black wall. Does that make sense? Like we want to see your face, and we want it to be well lit, and we want you to be happy, obviously. So here's my famous butt picture with my hand in my butt, and we're going to size it up so that it fills this whole thing that we need, this 360 by 360 size. So something like that.
You guys want to drop it in WhatsApp? Ritz will put you into 360 by 360.
Sweet, there you go. Nice and easy. So this is an example, right? I've got most of my face in here. Hopefully he did. I might want to bring my face a little bit more down because I want it to be as close to the center as possible, but this is a decent example. I'll go to share, hit download. So you can see the size of the picture is this. It's this purple square. But the size that I'm putting it on is this. Does that make sense? I want it to look like this shape, not like the picture shape.
And it forces it because you did a custom size
360 by 360 in Canva. Am I going too fast? I'm so sorry. I'm really bad at going too fast sometimes. Okay, so I'm in Canva, and like, again, you can do this in Brand Me. It's the same concept, right? Then you hit share or whatever button, and basically what you're looking for is to download it. So I'm going to download it as a PNG because that's best for web-based stuff. And download. Any questions about that? Everybody feel pretty good so far? Nope, you want to fill all the background. So you're gonna expand it so it fills. Grab your corners, fill it up. If it gets blurry, if you expand your image and it's blurry, then it's a bad image. You got to get a new image. You have to get something that's high resolution that will not have that issue. Okay. And then you're going to go back into command, and we're going to use it in different places. But does anybody have any questions about getting it the right size? Yes.
So how do you save it after you put it in?
So hit share. Also, your head is too high. You need to lower your head because you can see it looks like the top of your head's cut off. You want your full top of your head. Yeah, so make it bigger. Keep making it bigger. Expand it out instead of making it, scrolling it down. Yep, bigger, bigger, bigger. That's good right there. And then now you can drag it down a little bit and see the top of your head. Well, no. So you don't want any white space, but you see how you can actually see the top of your head now?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel as cut off. And plus you want a big picture of your face. This is actually probably what I would do in this scenario is this. Why am I incompetent at doing? Okay, let's go here. We're gonna put a picture in the background, and we're gonna try to match this gray, just so we can give you just a little bit more space. In fact, what I'm gonna do, this is a better idea. I'm gonna go like this, copy. I'm gonna go paste. Am I doing this wrong? Copy, paste. There we go. And we're going to turn this all the way around this way. Call me crazy. Just bear with me. Look better already. We're going to go here. We're going to go here. And we're going to go this. And we're going to send it back. Boom.
Oh.
So now I can make this a little bit smaller. Bring your head up. And it, like, no one's going to tell that there's separation between here, but I'm just using the background of your image to keep it so that you can get your head down a little bit. Okay. Yeah, you want to have space above your head. So I often use shapes or the same picture to just paste it on top of itself so I can keep that background, whatever the background is at the top of the picture, and just move it down little by little. Sometimes it'll be 8 pictures underneath, just stacked, stack, because I can only get like a tiny bit each time. But whatever you can get is like, you need to have that happen. So any other questions? Yeah.
I have a different picture here, different picture there, and neither one of them is the one I just downloaded. So I'm in here and I tried to change this one, but it didn't.
Yeah, so now we're going to talk about where to put it, okay? Okay, so once you have your picture, man, well, I feel like this works half the time. Maybe I should just hold a mic. Maybe I'll do that. Give me a sec. Test. Ooh, okay, nice. Okay, so once you have your picture in the right size, we're going to go into command. We're going to go to our settings. So top right, you see a picture, go to settings.
No,
So top right, there should be some kind of image here or your initials. If there's no image, you're going to click on it, go to settings, go to connect settings and marketing profile. This is where we're going to start with everything. And what's funny is that this is blank for Peter, which is awful because everything is filled out. Yep, and then go to connect settings on the left-hand side, and then go to marketing profile. You seeing what I'm seeing? So everybody should be seeing this right here. And then you're going to upload your team logo. If you have a team logo, which some of you may or may not have, and you're going to fill out all of this information, including your bio. And we're going to talk about a bio next. So let's give you 3 minutes to fill out as much of this information as you can before we talk bio. This marketing profile pulls into everything. It's going to pull into your referrals. It's going to pull into your future marketing materials. If you use designs in here. You can see I've done these in the past. So there's our logo. There's Peter's. I don't understand why it's not showing here right now. Yeah, I'm happy to walk around. Does anybody, you feeling good? Your name is, wait, don't know it. Oh my gosh, Grace. Nice. I am, oh, you're the Grace. Oh, that's so funny. I'm hiring Shelby. Yeah, she's getting it. She knows. Yeah, she came and met our team yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, she told me that she had a friend here. Anyway, that was super funny. It's me. Yeah, I'm excited too. So it's rough to do all the marketing by myself and other things. And so I love having an intern to help me out. So, okay, so let's talk bio really quick because this is going to help you in your future and everything. But one of my best friends is ChatGPT. Imagine that. So I like to go into ChatGPT, which you can just log into with your email, and then I'll type something like, let's see, I'm gonna put this down. Hopefully you can kind of hear me. Goes on Zoom. I'll type something like, let's say, write me a bio about myself. Oh my gosh, I can spell things. I'm a realtor with 5 years experience. I am a family man who has 4 kids. I have a background in marketing and a degree from BYU. What else? I love to play disc golf. Bingo. Okay, and then check this out. So the way you write a bio is always in third person. It's always, this person is a seasoned realtor, as a family man. So you're using your name. Introducing Josh, a seasoned dedicated realtor with an impressive 5 years of experience in the dynamic world of real estate. As a family man, Josh is not only a professional in the field, but also a devoted father to 4 wonderful children. Holding a degree from Brigham Young University with a background in marketing, Josh brings a unique blend of academic knowledge and practical expertise to his real estate endeavors. Oh my gosh, does this sound good or what? It's very wordy and very fancy, but it sounds really good. This is way too long. This is way too long. So that's my first critique of ChatGPT, is it overdoes it. Like if I'm reading through this, I'm like, okay, this guy's really trying hard. This guy definitely used ChatGPT, right? But what we're going to do is we're going to shorten it. Exactly. So we'll go into here. Oftentimes when I'm doing something, I'll already have, how do I get rid of this? Go away. I'll put it there for now. I'll often use my notes. So I'll just paste it into my notes. Oh my gosh, that looks awful now. Introducing your name, a seasoned veteran. Do you see how little information I put into ChatGPT and how much it gave me from that? Right? So this now I can just edit little by little. And take out some things that I don't really like. So I like this so far. With a passion for connecting people with their dream homes, Josh has successfully navigated the intricacies of the real estate industry, earning a reputation for his integrity, diligence, and client-focused approach, whether assisting first-time home buyers. I'm going to get rid of that sentence. I think that's too much. Whether assisting first-time home buyers, negotiating complex deals, or marketing properties effectively, Josh consistently goes above and beyond to ensure his clients achieve the real estate goals. I like that. That seems like the summary. That's like the entire summary that I want my people to know about me. And then beyond his family real estate is a family-oriented individual who cherishes the moment spent with his 4 children. His commitment. Nope, that's too much. I don't care about my commitment to whatever. In addition to thriving real estate and responsibilities. Nope, that's too much too. Exhilarating sport of disc golf. This recreation, that's way too much. Holy cow. So what I would say here is something like, when not found doing real estate, or when not doing real estate, when not focusing on his clients, Josh can be found playing disc golf in random places throughout the country. We'll say state, because I've really only played disc golf in like 2 states. So that sounds too much, right? Does this sound like a person that you could connect with and feel like you could trust your clients to, if you're a referral person or if you're just barely coming? Like how long did this just take me? 5 seconds. I just have to insert my name. I mean, not 5 seconds, but 2 minutes. I just have to insert my name. So the less work that you have to do with this, the better, right? And what I like to do is anything that I would not say, even like, if it sounds better than how I would say it, that's great. But if it's like, I'm a very like straight to the point person and very much not a fluff person. And so if this can describe me quickly and efficiently, that's the way I'm going to go. So I'll just get rid of any sentences I think are way too much fluff, which I did. So, yeah.
How would you read it as a new agent? You don't have the background of your experience.
So,
What do you have a
like
background in
this?
experience? And talk about your positives and your strengths.
Yeah, I would not mention at all because they don't need to know that, right? Just say I have, yeah, exactly. I have a background in whatever, right? These are my values. These are the things that are important to me, so on and so forth.
You know, is a dedicated full-time realtor, proudly affiliated with KW Westfield, bringing a wealth of experience to the realm of real estate. And as a longtime resident of such and such.
Yep, as a longtime resident of,
I mean, that's bad to work with today.
oh yeah, I would not use that picture. I'm sorry. I don't have like, even your hair is cut off. I need like a picture that has your face, your hair, everything. Like I want to see a portrait of your body. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But like, that's not even workable. It's a little bit, it's not enough picture. I mean, like I could brighten that. It's a little bit too dark. I could brighten it, but even if you just take a phone upstairs on those stairs, that really well lit wood area where a lot of office staff have had pictures taken. In fact, one of my past profile pictures, here, let's take a look. What was that? I'll show you what I mean. So this one, right? Right there on the stairs, like this is a great place to take a picture. Yeah, seriously, like go take a quick picture, have Molly take it. Yep. Like, but this is what you're looking for, right? You want to get about hip side up and get a full profile picture. Then you can edit it and do whatever you need with it. Okay. Okay. Good luck. You need it. Just kidding. You don't need it, Chris. You look so good. Dang, girl. All right. Let's see here. Let's go back here. Put this to the side. Should we give you guys like 5 minutes to work on everything we've talked about so far? Does that sound helpful? And I can just walk around and loom over your shoulders. Does that sound intimidating? Just kidding. Great. Possible to change that date. First date licensed. Ooh. Where is this? Public facing information about you. All right, let me see it really quick. Can I drive? Is that okay?
Go ahead.
Um, where is this pulling from?
Well, I was first licensed in May of 2000.
Did you have to get relicensed? Did you let your license expire? That's why. I don't know. My Oh no, I understand. The trick is that this is on KW's end. So what I would do if I were you is I would go here, click on this little question mark, chat with support, and tell them. And they'll probably ask you for proof or something. And then I bet that that's a back end thing that they're going to have to change on their end. Your bio. First of all, don't start your bio with ChatGPT. I'm just kidding. All right, Renell Smith, dedicated adult. I would not put your first name. I would say Renell is I'm sorry. I'm just changing it. Is that okay? I'm sorry. Okay,
Saved it as it is, so if I prefer anything, I can.
perfect. Yeah, it sounded a little bit too formal to start, so I would be like really friendly. Renell is a dedicated realtor at KW Westland, Sanpete County, bringing extensive local knowledge to address unique real estate challenges. And no, that doesn't make sense. So we'll do.
One of the reasons, so I had already written a bio, and so what I'm trying to focus on is the relocation between Sanpete and Utah counties, because that happens a lot. People get tired of commuting.
Oh, okay.
They want a quieter, space or to raise their kids.
So now you're working Utah County, but you've worked so much Sanpete in the past. That's what I'm understanding, or opposite. Okay.
That's what I focus on, is helping people relocate between those two counties and seniors.
Okay. So where do you have the most history between the two counties?
Well,
There isn't a different, it's the same. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
like the only two that I've closed so far, they relocated to Sanpete, but their house was in Utah County, and I sold their house in Utah County and helped them buy the house in Sanpete.
I see. So I would take out this county then,
Why?
because you already say it here. So Renell is a dedicated realtor at KW Westfield, bringing extensive knowledge. Oh, geez. Bringing extensive local knowledge to address unique real estate challenges with a focus on seamless relocations between Sanpete and Utah counties. Renell specializes in finding homes that meet individual needs. Yeah, that's much more fluid. Renell's recent success includes facilitating a smooth transition. I would not name drop anybody.
So I'll take that out.
Yeah, I would take this whole sentence out. And then I would put this at the end. I want to see more here about your values. I know that you have committed to integrity and transparency, but yeah, that's what I would write a full paragraph here in the second paragraph about your values, and then move this one down here. Oh, wait. Beyond real estate is actively addressing the community's housing challenges by envisioning a senior living community.
Yeah, I'm working with the developer to create a senior community in Spring City.
Okay, but so I wouldn't put that because it's just like a one-time project. Yeah, exactly. Yep. So maybe say something about like,
I also work with seniors.
yeah, also works with seniors, or like pushes for community growth for the senior living or something like that. Does that make sense? Something that has more longevity than just I did this project once or I worked with this person once. Any other questions? Anybody want me to look over anything? Yes. Let's see here.
Oh, that's yeah.
I would, first of all, I would definitely not have a paragraph about each one of those. Okay, so it's okay if I drive for a second? So whenever you write a bio, it's always third person, not an introduction. So I am Lucas is too personal.
Okay.
What's the word? Is not formal enough. But you don't want to be too formal, right? So you just say Lucas is. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Lucas is a dedicated and hardworking real estate agent who lives by the values of honesty, discipline, and caring in his professional and personal life. That's good for a sentence. Then we come into delivering exceptional service. He brings a strong worth ethic and determination to every real estate transaction. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, you can rely on him to guide you with integrity and expertise. This is excellent. Honesty is a cornerstone of my real estate practice. His real estate practice.
How good AI is.
Yeah. As a firm believer in transparency, he ensures his clients. I spelled that wrong. I can fix it. He ensures his clients are fully informed at each stage of their real estate journey. Perfect. Trust is the key in this industry. Nope. I'd get rid of that. That's your opinion. I'm sorry. I'm really just like, nope. Dip.
No, you're good.
Okay. So if you don't agree with anything I say, that is probably right. Discipline is an important aspect of my approach. I've done structure methods for effectively managing property, staying informed. I'm trying to understand what you're trying to say here. My discipline approach ensures you make well-formed decisions with confidence. That's what you're trying to say here. Okay, so let's fix believer here. Cornerstone of real estate practice from believer each stage of the real estate journey. I'm going to just do honesty and discipline are the cornerstone of the real estate practice, right? That
Yeah.
feels more fluid. We'll get rid of all of this. Let's make sure I don't want to lose any of that. Then a structured method for effectively managing property. No, I don't want to get rid of that sentence. So what I'll do is do this. Command X, put it here. Lucas uses his, it is Lucas, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like, wait,
Yeah.
I had a panic moment for a second. Lucas uses his disciplined approach to ensure a well-informed decision. His client's confidence of a well-informed decision. Through. All right, is that too long of a sentence? Lucas uses his disciplined approach to ensure his client's confidence. Nope, I hate it already. Lucas uses his disciplined approach. This is like, it's one of those sentences where you know you're trying too hard to sound smart. Lucas ensures his client's confidence of a well-informed decision through effectively managing property transactions, staying informed to market trends, and offering sound advice. That sounds way better, right? A little bit simpler. Sure, well, yeah, I like that a lot. Are centered to my service. We can just do his and his here. I think that's fine. And he understands. No, I would not put this. Maybe. I feel torn about the sentence.
I didn't get to this last sentence, but I did most of the top part. Yeah.
He understands that buying, how many languages do you speak?
Two. Spanish and English.
Okay. Is a significant life event and is. Do you speak real estate Spanish?
Yeah. I speak fluently, like completely fluent Spanish.
Okay. To providing a supportive and empathetic experience to the process. Your real estate goals become my mission. So tell me the process of earnest money checks in Spanish. I speak Spanish,
Oh, you
so
do? Okay.
yeah.
Cuando quieres comprar una casa, vas a dar un porcentaje del dinero a la casa para asegurarte que no te vas a ir de la oferta de la casa. Entonces, si te vas, ellos se quedan con ese porcentaje del dinero que pusiste para que no se sientan que gastaron todo el tiempo con usted. Y después, si te quedas con ellos,
Yep, that's good. Sorry, I feel like I'm being kind of rude. I'm sorry. I'm really not. That was great. That was exceptional.
okay.
That was way better Spanish than I thought you had.
Yeah.
Because I have met a lot of people, like I speak Spanish. I don't speak Spanish that well. Not like I'm a 4 compared to your
Okay, okay.
8, right?
My family's from Uruguay, that's why.
Oh, okay,
So,
nice.
like,
Yeah.
I grew up speaking Spanish and everything.
Yeah, great, awesome. That's exceptional. Because I have met a lot of people who think that they speak Spanish and then they start talking about real estate Spanish and it's a completely different
Yeah.
vibe. But if you speak fluent Spanish, you can, like, you never said earnest money, but you said everything that they need to know because earnest money doesn't mean anything to them
Yeah,
anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
right?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Because if you're speaking in English to someone, you say you need to put earnest money. Some people don't know what earnest money is. So,
Yep.
like, you know, I just explain it 'cause I don't even know what the word is in Spanish.
Yeah, exactly. And that's fine as long as you know how to say what it is in Spanish, which you do. So, okay. I don't even know how to say earnest money in Spanish. Dinero de Ernest.
Yeah,
Right?
probably.
Okay.
But I did.
That is 100 times better. Brighten it up a little bit. Go to edit photo. Because you got some shadows there you want to get rid of. And you're not going to get rid of them, but go to adjust. Go to brightness right there and drag that little bit brighter. That's too much. Go down a little bit. So go to contrast, bring that down a little bit. There you go, a little bit more. That's a little bit better. And then go to brightness again. A little bit higher, a little bit higher, a little bit higher. Keep going. Down a little bit. Sorry. Whatever you think is good. But I'm just trying to get rid of the glares a little bit, right? I think that's a little bit less glary and a little bit more bright. So oh, the other thing you can do, oh, actually, let me do this. Oh, actually, you don't pay for it. I'm sorry. It might still let you. No, you have to pay for it. You want to try it free for 30 days?
No.
Okay.
One more thing to cancel.
One of my favorite things to do on Canva is you remove the background, then you make your face super bright, and then you dim the background. So you remove the background. Well, you copy the picture on top of itself, remove the background of the one on the top. So, and then you put your face right on top of your other face, but it's the bright face. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's like it's a little trick of graphic design. Yes. Yep. Grace Parsons, get rid of your last name as a dedicated realtor based in, yeah, I would do that. Known for affiliation with KW Westfield after her time as a kindergarten teacher, made transition to real estate to follow passion for people and beautiful homes. Her journey from education to real estate is a testament to her unwavering dedication, enthusiasm for serving others, driven by optimism and genuine desire to make a positive impact. Grace, this is really good, Grace. Approaches her role as a realtor with boundless energy and a commitment to exceptional service. Okay, yeah, I think it's good. Oh, there's 2 more.
Should I pull on?
It feels long because I feel like this is an end.
Okay.
So I'm already like,
Leave it there.
well, maybe. Let me see what this says. Let's see if there's anything you should add. Personality and passion. Okay, I like that a lot. You should add this sentence somewhere else. Takes pride in guiding your clients through the process by selling. Okay, I'd get rid of this. I get rid of this all the way. So what I would do is I would move this paragraph to be in the middle of these 2.
This paragraph. the third one.
Yeah,
Just put it between them.
put it in between the two because that feels like a closing paragraph and the other one feels a little bit more about your personality. Any other questions that anybody has before we keep moving forward? Yes. Yeah, so did you do it in Canva? That's what I would do because Canva will download it. You can choose the size of the file. So oftentimes a picture will be pretty big if it's a high resolution one. Did you have a question? I would love to. This is what I live for.
Actually did like the photo better when I actually just did the 360.
Nice. Perfect. Okay. Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Down a little bit more. Yep, right there.
Yeah, it's like short, sweet, so I feel like I should.
Okay, we absolutely want to have 2 paragraphs here either way. So we're going to hit a hard enter here just to separate it because it's already feels a little bit too long. As a dedicated and hardworking real estate agent, he's passionate about helping others achieve their goals. I feel like this is a second sentence, not a first sentence. So I want something here like Stacy has yeah, that's true. You could just get rid of this and have that as in because I want to start with the word Stacy. Stacy is passionate about helping others achieve their dreams of real estate ownership with a commitment. Yep, this is much better because you know how you had as a blank blank blank
Yeah.
this. You have it again here with a commitment to blank this. So then you're not doing it twice in a row. With a commitment to delivering exceptional service, she brings knowledge in the local market, strong communications, don't give us anything by selling process. Perfect. Goal is to make your real estate journey as smooth and successful as possible. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, seasoned investor, or looking to sell your property, and support every step of the way. Let's work together to turn your to reality. Yeah, I think it's fine. It adds a little bit of your personality, and it's very friendly. So I would put maybe even an exclamation point there. No, that's too much. Yep, I'd keep a period. I changed my mind. Okay, we're gonna move forward. Yes.
I did door to door before this, and I practiced the script in English, but never in Spanish. And my ratio, like, for converting in Spanish is a lot better than English.
Oh, really?
Oh, sorry, only Spanish. Okay, I'll just wait to Spanish to understand better.
Yeah, that's perfect. Well, because you already knew the scripts in English, and so it didn't really like all you had to do was translate in your mind, right? So that makes a big difference. Okay, so we're gonna move forward to a couple other things. Okay, so this is something that we can finish up as we go, moving forward later. But the next thing we're gonna talk about really quick is your email signature. Actually, is there anything else I want to do here? No, we're good. Okay, let's talk about your email signatures. Raise your hand if you have an email signature. Bom, bom, bom. Nice. Killer. Okay, well, it's like it doesn't even have to be strong, right? So if you go into settings of your Gmail, which I'm assuming everybody has a Gmail or a Yahoo. Go into your settings, see all settings. Okay, and then you're going to scroll down in general, all the way down, keep scrolling down until you get to this point. It says signature. Okay. So we're in your settings, you went to all settings, and then you scrolled all the way down in general till you see signature. This is an example of a signature. I don't know if this is good or bad. I'm not like a signature expert, but there's a couple things I like about this. First of all, my email to reply is a link, and it's possible to make your phone number a link as well if you want to get really fancy. But it's my name, it's my title, who I'm with, my contact information, and then the logo. So this is interesting because I work at the Mapleton brokerage, which is a branch of this one. So I have KW Westfield Excellence. So it's a little bit different than the one that you guys will probably use. But yeah. Any questions about this? This is where you do it. Perfect. Perfect. If you want to redo it, yeah.
Don't you create like the template of your signature before you want?
So the other option, so the reason why I like doing it with text, you're saying like an image. You put an image there instead of. So the most professional look is probably an image. The only thing I don't like about an image is that I can't copy and paste it. And so when I want to call someone or something like that. Like I can't like text this person directly back, copy this, put it into my text, and then paste it in because it's in an image. It's not something that I can copy and paste. Does that make sense? And so I don't use images for that purpose, because a lot of people have to reply to me, but there's not a right way here. It looks better to have an image. That's my only beef with images is that. And you can have an image and have it look really professional and have it be copy and pasteable, but you have to pay someone to host the HTML code to do that. So it's a little bit like if you Google really good email signatures, you can literally have them do that for you. So, but if you want to get really basic like I did, this is a way to do it. Otherwise, use an image to make it look super nice. And you can use so here's an example of using an image. If I go into Canva and I look up the word signature or email signature, probably is better. Email signature with logo. So look, Canva has all of these already built out. They're basically like little business cards that can be at the end of your thing. So it could have your picture and it could have all your contact information, and it's at the end of every email. So, and it's just an image. So if you want to do that and you're back in your settings, you just upload an image right here and you throw it in there, and then it will pop up here instead. If you're not going to do an image that has it all clean, I would not do that. Yeah, if you want to put a picture of yourself, I would do an image for your whole footer, because otherwise it stacks and it looks tacky, because it's not going to be side by side like you're going to want it to be. So, any questions? You guys feel good about email signatures? Everybody take 2 minutes, give yourself an email signature, even if it's the most basic thing in the history of the world. People need to know that it's you emailing them and that you're associated with KW Westfield. You don't even have to have the logo. You just have to have KW Westfield on there. I like to do name on top just because then they see it's you first, right? They're not having to scroll to figure out who just sent that. Though hypothetically, they should never really look at your signature anyway because it says you're from, right? So.
Right.
And then down here also you can choose whether or not this signature is used and when it's used. It's kind of cool. So we're gonna give you 2 minutes, and then we're gonna move on to social media. I think so. Right, Ritz? This is being recorded? You're here with me, right?
Yes, yep, this is recorded.
Sweet. Yeah, shoot.
When I was making my email, like the KW email,
Mhm.
Hunter was showing me how to connect both of them. So if I want to reply with like the KW one, so like if someone sent me an email through like my normal one,
Yep.
I would want to reply with the KW one.
Yep, you can use both.
Yeah, that was a business both. You know how to do that?
I know that I could figure it out. I think it's here. So if you're in settings, and right there on accounts, I think this allows you to have multiple accounts connected and send or check mail from different accounts. So send mail as, I would add it here, my KW one, and then I can do either one. Does that make sense?
And so the bottom one, and as part of our signature, only one that got a
Yeah. So on your signature, adding your phone number is a good idea too. Honestly, like for me, the only thing that's required is that they know it's an email from somebody associated with KW Westfield. But if you want to be good, I would definitely put your phone number so they have a way to contact you if they want to call you. There are multiple times that I have looked at emails to find someone's phone number. It happens to me all the time. So. Yeah, definitely. I'll just come around.
Trying to follow you. I was in the wrong spot.
Oh, you're good.
How do I,
So right here, this is where you're going to type it in right here.
oh,
Hit cancel. Oh, we're done. Yeah.
there.
Right there. Yep. Yep. And then just fill it out right there. It's kind of hidden if you, it's kind of a weird spot. Okay. You got 30 more seconds before I move forward from this. You want to be from whatever email you're using, and then you have to scroll to the bottom and hit save changes. Otherwise, it's not going to do anything. Yep. Oh yeah, that line is an auto insert. Yeah, it's a line showing that this is the end of the email and here's the signature. That's what it is. Yeah. Yep. I honestly don't know if there's a way to get rid of that. My assumption is no. Yeah, it wouldn't be in the signature. It's the coding of Gmail. That's how they separate. Yeah. Yes, you can delete it when you write. Yep. It's just like it's because most people won't delete it when they write. And so Gmail likes to put something there to show a separation, but not something too big, right? So also that's where the coding of Gmail, when you reply to an email, it's going to get rid of signatures moving forward. So it's not constantly there. And that's where it will cut it off. Does that make sense? So, okay, we're moving forward. You guys ready? Hopefully you all have some kind of thing here. Let's talk about our profile pictures. So when you have social media, does everybody here have social media? What social media you guys use? Instagram. Okay, great. Should we go to Instagram instead? Okay, so in Instagram, one of the most important things, or Facebook, whatever you're using, is your profile picture, right? A good profile picture. I'm actually teaching Ignite for social media in a few weeks, I think. And so we'll cover a little bit of this again. So anybody who's been in that class, you're welcome to come, or it's going to be the exact same thing. Actually, I'm going to cover ads a little bit more this time, but your picture needs to be your face. A very clear shot of your face. People want to know who you are, etc. And then you should have a brief summary of everything you're going to post about. This is mine. God first, then family, then business, which is the slogan for KW. I'm a girl dad. I have 4 girls. Disc golf, big into disc golf, realtor / investor. So I own a few rental properties as well. And I'm a realtor with KW Excellence / KW Westfield. And everything I post about is about those things 95% of the time. Sometimes it's about real estate. Most of the time it's not about real estate. But people know that right up front because they can see me here. I don't really have very many followers on Instagram because I kind of do Instagram. I mostly do Facebook. But it's the same concept, right? Here's my intro: family, friends, faith, realtor and real estate investor and advisor, disc golf addict. So I'm either posting about my family, I'm posting about my faith, I'm posting about real estate, or I'm posting about disc golf. Those are the things that I post about, and that's it. Any questions? Make sure your profile is clean. I look up people all the time, and if their profile isn't clean, I instantly judge them. Probably because my career is literally marketing, but this is the first impression people have of you. They will look you up on social media. It's not a question. So make sure that you look like you're going to be somebody they want to work with. Okay. Yes.
Something that I would not post myself.
Uh-huh. They tagged you in it. Someone tagged you in something that you were like, oh no, someone tagged. You can remove the tag. Yep. Okay. And that's fine. No one judges people off of things that they're tagged in unless it consistently happens. that make sense? And then if someone's consistently tagging you in something you don't want to be tagged in, then you should just remove them as a friend, and then won't be able to tag you anymore. So, or have a conversation with them, right? Like, dude, you gotta stop tagging me in all your cat videos, man. Knock it off. Okay. So social media profile, we're done there. The other thing I was going to talk about today is being able to be Googled. I like to say Googleable. So if you Google the Peter Merkel Real Estate Group, wow, hang on. I need two hands. Peter Merkel Real Estate Group, who is our identity. You can see who we are. You can see how many reviews you have. You can see exactly where we are, how to contact us, so on and so forth. This should be true for anything. If you Google Angie Fisher, because she is herself, comes up with that. Let's try realtor. I don't know who that is. Apparently there's a famous person named Annie Fisher. Boom, Team Fisher Homes. First thing that comes up. It's not even Utah Realtor. It's just Realtor, right? Most of our names are unique enough that it should just come up straight with this, with whatever represents you. So some of you may join a team in your future. Some of you may go solo for your entire life, or whatever you want to do. You should have some kind of Google presence that is linked to you. Does that make sense? The way you do that is you literally Google the words, Google my business, and it brings you to a page where you can fill out all the information requisite to do that. So this is a Google business profile, get listed on Google. It doesn't take very much. It will send you something. So it will send you in the mail a way to verify your address. I would put your address as this building, not as your home address. And they'll email you a little thing, and you have to put in the code or whatever, and then you're pretty much good to go. So it's really easy to do. And this is where you start getting people to leave you reviews, is on your Google page. Okay. Especially if your long-term game is to be solo. Any questions? So a really good example of this is, Lane is kind of a team though. Who's somebody who's like straight solo? We could do Becca Summers. No, that doesn't work either. What's your last name, Ian? Hansen. Oh, okay. No, I'm trying to think of somebody who has a Google profile that is Susie Clyde. Let's try that. Boom. Clyde Group. That's the problem. Clyde Group. A lot of people have like a group associated with their names if they've been in the business long enough. They've hired help, and so they have a group name instead of. But like, here's another great example. Instantly, it comes up. All I did was Google her name, right? We already did Peter Merkel, so let's try Becca Summers. Becca runs Seasons Real Estate. Oh, it didn't come up first thing. Becca, I mean, you can see her LinkedIn right there. Realtor. Whoa, what is happening? This is important. What does it take to find Becca, real estate agent? Wow, is her profile page down? Seasons Real Estate. Well, there's Seasons Real Estate, so that's where she is. So yeah. The nice thing about Becca is if you type in Orem Real Estate, I think that she's one of the first ones that come up that's not an ad in terms of a person. Maybe not. I can't remember what it is, but she has like really good organic reach on one keyword. Anyway, any questions about that?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah, you should get a business profile. Sorry, Connor, 1 second. Yeah, I would get one set up if your long-term play is to be a solo agent for sure. And then get all of your reviews onto that page. Everything you can get. It's tricky to do, but you can. Yeah. So honestly, what I would do is just your name. Ian Hansen Real Estate. Yep. Just for now. It's just easy to Google, right? Okay, Connor, what's your question?
No, that was my question. Just what should we put as our business name? So thanks.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, this is totally personal. So this is, doctrine according to Josh Barrett, which is completely false. But in terms of Google ability, your name is probably going to be searched more than any other thing you can come up with. And so if you're just starting out, it'll be a little bit harder to change later, but then at least you can get all the reviews and all the things in without much hassle to start out. So, okay. So let's talk about the last thing. You all have the command app downloaded? Okay. So in the command app, if you open up the command app, there's the ability to share your personalized app with people. Do you guys know how to do that?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I'm going to teach you that really quick because this is another great way for you to get your online presence updated. So download the command app if you don't have it, and it should look like this for everybody who does not have it up. And then if you click on on your name on the top left, inside the app, it says share my KW app link right there. You should share that link with all of your clients because when they download that link, once it's been shared, it will download the app under your name. And then everything they do on that app, you will see in command. Does that make sense? It's actually a really cool little trick. Yep. It's a consumer-based app. So not this app. So you're going to share that link through this app and it will download the consumer app of this is where you search for homes and this is where you can contact me directly if you need anything. What they're viewing. Yep. They can send you homes from it. Yep. And it's all linked to your command because you're sharing it from this app. Does that make sense? Because this is already linked to your command. So this is, in my opinion, one of the easiest ways to do this is to click on your name on the top left, hit share, and then it should give you options to text, put it on Facebook, whatever you need, right? That's where you do it. Okay. Any other questions? Was this valuable time spent? Feel like this was good? Welcome. Guys, you're doing it. Here we go, huh? Are you guys excited? Who's the longest licensed agent here? Currently. You have how many years experience? You said 10? 23. Okay.
I got my first license 23 years.
Okay, 23 years ago. But how long were you licensed then? 2 years till it expired, and then it was state expired until now, and then you just renewed. Okay, so you have about 2 years experience, I would say, then in that scenario, right? Hypothetically, because you weren't practicing in that gap, right? Not as an agent, yeah. But as a consumer, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's tricky because like I probably have 8 years experience because I've maybe 10 because I bought my first house like 10 years ago. And buying a house in and of itself, and then my brother was Taylor Frampton. Have you guys ever met Taylor Frampton? He's like super driven. He owns like 15 real estate properties, owns a couple companies, but he pushed us to buy super early into our marriage. And then that really blessed our life in owning early and then appreciating, using that equity to go into other things. And so I was investing in real estate from a really young age, even though I wasn't licensed. So I understand that concept of like, I felt like I knew what was going on. But it is different to practice contracts, specifically speaking. But anyway. Okay. Any other questions? Is there anything else you guys want me to cover that you felt like I didn't cover enough? Yes. Yep.
Will that automatically apply to like my phone's mail app? That's where I do most of my email?
Yep. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So if you have it linked to your Gmail, then it should just carry over. Your signature should carry over. Because that's just like it's just an app, like a third-party app that's just pulling in the information from your Gmail anyway, because you logged into your Gmail account when you set up that app, right?
Right.
Yeah. So it should just pull it in. Any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Great.
So my picture on my website, the KW website, is kind of messed up, and I just want to figure out how to fix that.
Yeah, your marketing profile should be the thing that pulls that in. If it's not, you can always check in consumer, this module right here. This is where you manage all website stuff anyway. So you can hit edit my website, and then in here probably there's a place to edit. I don't actually use the KW website, so I'm not as familiar with that. But my assumption is that it should pull from it might take like 24 hours just so everybody knows, so you don't panic if you don't see it immediately. But that's the whole point of having a marketing profile. That's why they did it this way, is so that everything pulls here. Oh, there you go. Use my information to brand my agent site. As long as this button is clicked right here, then whatever you put in here will pull there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Is anyone else having trouble like setting up a website on?
Is anybody else having trouble setting up a website on command?
Yeah, like your own
Yeah.
website. Yeah.
Mine just like tells me that there's an error and to check back like within 24 hours, but that error never goes away. And Hunter told me it was like under construction, just to check them back and each day, but like it's said that for the past few weeks.
So can you not access this at all?
Like check this out before.
Let me show you. Let me see what you see.
So when I go to consumer, let's go to something else. I get this.
Please come back at a later time. Sometimes the process can take a few hours. Make sure all your information is updated in the marketing profile. Oh, that's awful.
Right?
That is atrocious. Have you done your marketing profile in the past, or was that not filled out?
Oh, I don't, that's never been filled out, I don't think.
This was never filled out?
Well, I filled this out in the past. Yeah, like I put my photo and my bio.
Okay, so you did
And-
fill this out and you clicked this button before?
Yeah, I clicked that.
Okay. I'm just wondering if you just did this and that might contribute to it. If not, then you might have to just hop on chat and say, hey, this is what's going on. Also with support, yeah.
Okay.
My feedback for this picture is to zoom into your face because I want to see more of your face.
Okay.
Just because it'll be like, because you can see like little buttons like this. Like I can't tell at all. It looks like a silhouette rather than a person, right? And then yeah, so if you go to this little button right here, this little question mark, you can just chat with support. Sometimes it takes a minute, sometimes it's like immediate, but they should be able to, like one time I sent out an email and the unsubscribe button didn't work. So we sent out like I send out a monthly email, right? So we send out probably 5,000 emails to our clientele and our whole team, right? And the unsubscribe button didn't work. So we had 0 unsubscribes and I was like, yeah, this is the best email ever. And then I realized that it wasn't working because people started emailing me, hey, I can't unsubscribe, because you always have unsubscribes. It's impossible to avoid, especially when you have leads that get the email, right? And so I reached out to support and within like 2 hours, they had it completely fixed, which is awesome because that's like back-end coding that they have to send to their engineers and, upgrade it as a problem to this.
It's liability icon.
Yeah, exactly. It puts liability on my plate if it's not working. Exactly. And so I've been pretty impressed with them so far after that experience. So if it's not an urgent thing, they might be a little bit slower, but they were quick for me. Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming. Oh, yes. More questions. I can take as many as you. I have 7 more minutes. So
Just with like the linking the emails, so now if I send an email with either one, it'll still have the signature on it.
Yep.
On both of them.
yeah, so if you link an email to the same account, when you compose something, it will have an option here to choose where you're sending it from. Does that make sense? And so you have to make sure that you're sending it from the right one. And as long as the right one is selected, then the signature will pull through from whichever email you selected. So. Any questions? Any more? I'm not one to train that. Because I'm waiting till they fix web pages before I move my team to it. We actually just built a web page. You guys want to see it? Check it out. I'm really excited about it, so I'm going to show it off really quick. This is our website that we just had built, that they're fixing a couple things that I don't like the word Mapleton. So we're doing Utah County instead of Mapleton. But buy, rent, sell, obviously we don't rent in Utah, and so we're getting rid of that and doing buy, sell, invest. But it's really clean and I'm really excited about it. It's great home valuation and tells you why, how is it performed, why is it important. Yeah. So we had someone build this for us. Cool. Oh yes, more questions. I love it. Wait, under listings. So are you in listings or are you trying to like create a flyer or like an ad? You're trying to create a flyer. Okay. Yeah. So you're in designs. No, you're fine. You're creating a design. You're going into print. Next. Yeah. Choosing a template and then an MLS number, right? So let's say we want to do this one. I'm just going to do it so that we can see what issues come up. Okay, so if I click on this, I'm going to go to, where is it? Listings. No. Yeah, KWLS, search for a listing. Usually I'll do by listing agent. Peter Morkel. So we have a house. There we go. We have a house in Gunnison right now. I'll use that one, if that's okay with you. So we'll select this one, right?
Slide that photo over.
Uh-huh. So you're dragging it in and it's not replacing?
And then it just disappears. It says error.
Oh, that's fun. Okay, mine didn't give me an error. Skip. Oh,
Yep.
an error occurred while processing your image. Well, that is just not fun for you. First of all, I'm sorry. Second of all, the only thing I can tell you to do is reach out to support. Okay, you just did it yourself, found the images. Yeah. I honestly build flyers outside of this software just because it's a little bit more glitchy than Canva. I wish that because this is a website, right? If you look up here, you can see it's called webrand.com. It's a designer website. I wish they made a partnership with Canva and just used Canva. That would have been incredible. Like, yeah, it can work pretty well. It just, when it doesn't, it sucks. So then you have to do everything manually, but yeah, sorry, I don't have a good answer for that. Yeah, no worries. Any other questions? Okay.
Password.
Oh, that's the worst. I'm gonna go then. It's been a pleasure. You guys are awesome. Come find me if you have any other questions. I work here pretty much Monday through Wednesday, and then I'm in Mapleton Thursday, Friday, which is where I'm supposed to be right now, but I'm heading there right now. Our office is that far side on the very end.